My name is Beverly. My story is a little bit different than most of those on our leadership team. Different in the term, it's probably uneventful. I come from Central Virginia. I lived in a middle class home. Both of my parents were college educated. I was an only child, and that meant I got everything that I wanted as well as needed. I was fortunate that I was fairly smart in school, and so that afforded me some opportunities that a lot of my friends and peers were not able to do. I got my bachelor's of science in biology, and then I went on to get my doctoral degree in microbiology and immunology. And then I actually was able to secure one of the most sought after postdoctoral training opportunities. I was fortunate in that I was able to work at Harvard School of Medicine and Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. And you can imagine that that provided me a lot of opportunities once I finished my training. I've been able to work at some very good schools like the College of William and Mary, as well as Hampton University. And so I was able to move into a higher education administrative position before I was 40 years old. When I think about my family, I've got 3 beautiful sons, 13, 12, and 7. All of my sons are athletic, they do very well in their sports, and they're doing very well in school. And all of my sons are in private school. I live in a middle-class neighborhood where there's very little issues that occur in our neighborhood. And I am by no means bragging, but I'm just telling you who I am. So you may ask yourself, why should she care? You know, her life has overall been good. And I would say to you, on some level, you're right. I have had a pretty good life. I have been tremendously blessed, and God has shown me favor at times. However, I do not take anything that I have for granted. I know that there are many things that could happen at the drop of a hat that could change my circumstance, and my life could be dramatically altered. In addition, I've devoted my life to educating people, and that's another reason that I do care. So when I think about F.E.A.S.T, I think this is an opportune time that we can bring the city together. I think of Knoxville as being like the human body. And Knoxville, we all in our different communities are part of that one body. And so we're only as strong as our weakest link. So the reality is, if South Knoxville is our weak link, it's not going to help me to say, oh, I live in Northside, so I don't care. We are only as strong as our weak link. And so together we must work to make the body, the city of Knoxville, stronger. So I would like to appeal to people who are much like me, and those who say, why do we need F.E.A.S.T? And my answer would be, middle class and upper middle class populations now have a higher prevalence of prescription drug abuse and suicide. That's just one example. So it may not touch your life right now. It may not touch your neighborhood right now, but it could. And so F.E.A.S.T is going to highlight a lot of those concepts and issues that we should all care about. In order for us to exact change, we need to be deliberate, intentional, and proactive. That's why F.E.A.S.T is an important event. I know and have no doubt that F.E.A.S.T is going to transform the lives of people in the city of Knoxville. And it's going to be the start of a movement that will transcend the city of Knoxville and help to begin building bridges.